Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the most offensive podcast ever. I'm Slimmy V, and today I am going to be talking about a woman who got paralyzed 12 hours after getting one of the Pfizer vaccine dose. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I understand in any vaccinations, there are going to be side effects, right? Maybe you get a fever, maybe you get a rash, maybe you get a slight headache, right? Okay, fine, I get it. Could live with that. But waking up paralyzed, I don't know what to say other than I wish they would promote, if you are fully healthy with no underlying condition, that you do not take this vaccine. According to the story, from what I've heard, she is fully healthy and she does not know how this happened. Now, before I continue on with this video and let you see what's going on, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you could get notified whenever I drop another one of these videos. Now, without further ado, let me bring you this breaking news, and this was since April 19. All right, let's roll it.
Only 11 spoke with a local woman who says she lost feeling in much of her body just hours after getting Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine.
And it was the scariest thing in the world to go to sleep completely fine, walking, to wake up at 1:30 in the morning, not able to move at all.
She didn't want to show her face, but she tells Channel 11's Jillian Hartman about the moment that she realized that something was very wrong, and Jillian's live with us tonight. Jillian?
Yeah, she spoke with me exclusively from her hospital bed. Her family also told me doctors at Allegheny General Hospital ran every test you can imagine, but still don't know why a perfectly healthy 33-year-old mother is basically paralyzed from the chest down just hours after getting the Pfizer vaccine. Like you just said, Lisa, she didn't want to share her name, she didn't want to show her face, but she wants to show and share her story right now as more people become eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine.
And it was the scariest thing in the world to go to sleep completely fine, walking, to wake up at 1:30 in the morning, not able to move at all.
This Bethel Park woman is speaking out only on 11 after she decided to get the first shot of the Pfizer vaccine last week. Afterwards, she felt fine and went about her normal day, but 12 hours later, she says she woke up in the middle of the night, paralyzed with no feeling in her arms and legs.
And I'm literally counting on my daughter to hand me my phone to call to get help.
Paramedics arrived and she was rushed to Jefferson Hospital to be treated.
I told them the only thing that has been different, literally, from that could have caused this, that I've done different in my daily routine, is I got the first shot of the Pfizer.
She was then moved to Allegheny General Hospital in the north side, where they ran several tests. She said the MRI and spinal tap were clear. The blood work all came back negative, ruling out any rare diseases and disorders.
There's just nothing that they could find wrong with me, like no underlying conditions, nothing. Like I have nothing in my history, nothing. And they're basically telling me, you're healthy. Like, we can't figure out why this is going on.
Luckily, she's been able to regain feeling and strengthen her arms, but still no function from her lower chest down, besides very slight movement in a few toes at last check. I did ask a local infectious disease doctor with UPMC if he's heard anything like this happening in the world yet.
I haven't heard of paralysis from the Pfizer vaccine.
I also did ask Dr. Dave Weber if he thinks this could be a side effect of the Pfizer vaccine or if it could be something else.
I'm sure there's more than one potential explanation, and it would really be premature for me to judge whether it's a side effects of the vaccine or not. I think it definitely needs to be looked at. It should be reported.
I reached out to Pfizer about this particular case. The director of its global media relations said, at this time, our ongoing review has not identified any safety signals with paralysis in the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. It is important to note that serious adverse events that are unrelated to the vaccine are unfortunately likely to occur at a similar rate as they would in the general population. Regardless, this woman is concerned her condition points to the vaccine and fears it could be permanent. Now her daughter's drawings are helping her get through this.
Hold on to these because it's like these are what got me motivated and has my mind like staring at my feet, ready, like just move, please.
Now, the family just confirmed with me that their daughter's case was reported to Pfizer. Now, she was transferred to the Cleveland Clinic this morning to run more tests to hopefully get more answers. We're staying on top of this story. Just stay with Channel 11 on air and online for updates. Reporting live, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
Only 11 spoke.
Let me give you a little bit of my take on what I feel is going on. Number one, as I've said in the past, this thing came out too quickly. I get it. There was a sense of urgency. In my opinion, I felt it was overblown due to the 97, okay, to 99.75 recovery rate after you catch COVID-19. That's number one. The high percentage in you being able to overcome COVID-19 should not push you to go take a vaccine. Number two, very high percentage of 65 and over that has gotten or that has died from COVID-19. Focus on that area, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but in my opinion, according to the numbers from CDC, focus on the elderly, especially 80 and up. You're not going to find, or maybe now, but you're not going to find 300 kids under the age of 17 that had died due to COVID-19 in America. You won't. With this being said, I think they really got to be careful in how they administer this vaccine. They got to look closely as to whom this thing is affecting and really find that concentrated area and focus on that. That would be what science wants us to do. Don't focus on fully healthy people to give them a chance to get something such as being paralyzed, even if that's a rare condition that may occur in being vaccinated. Let's just say. Now, I'm not saying that the vaccine caused this. I gotta say that, right? I don't want people to take words out of my mouth and say that I'm saying that the vaccine caused that. All she's saying is that was the last thing that she took. 12 hours later, perfectly healthy person is now paralyzed from below her chest down. That is totally nuts. That's crazy. I think they need to look into this. And I think they need to really slow this thing down. People that want to get it, hey, I cannot stop you. Do what you got to do. But people that don't want to get it, I don't think anything should be attached to not getting it. Jobs should not be attached to not getting it. Going to like ballparks should not be attached if you do not get this. Going to the store, flying out of the country, in the country should not be attached because this thing is really damaging old folks, mostly 80 and up and definitely 65 and up. I feel bad that she's going through this, and we need to take this example so that this does not happen to anyone else. Look, I can't stress it enough. Look at the numbers. Look at the CDC. They have the numbers there. We're blowing this out of proportion. And we need to be responsible with how we are reporting on this. Maybe this is just one that was reported. Maybe the others are being hidden. I don't know. Because with what's going on out there in the mainstream media, we don't know whether they're telling the truth or whether they're lying. I just try to pick apart and just try to at least tell people that read everything. Study this COVID-19 vaccine. Study the Pfizer. Study the Moderna. Study the J&J, Johnson & Johnson. Study all of them, and see which is best for you if that's the route you want to take. If you also want to protect yourself, think about alkaline water and all of that. There's so many things. I do want to do a video on that. I do want to get an expertise in that area and focus on that and see where we can go, what we can do. Because out there they're going to use you not being vaccinated as a reason to fire you, as a reason to not allow you to travel, as a reason for you to not go into ball games or participate in society. They're going to lock you up. And then you may be perfectly healthy, not get any type of disease, not spread anything, and you're just there locked up. Anyway, if you're not offended, you're not listening. I'm Slimmy V, and this is the most offensive podcast ever. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest. I'm out. Peace.